rolling and I'm ready?
I hate this rug.
You want to use my phone? You hate your phone?
No, the rug.
Okay, we're going up in 5, 4, 3.
Oh no! Hey, we're here live! Oh my God, I sound like I'm at a Persian bat mitzvah. I can't even hear it. All I hear is, I can say that now because I'm back to working Persian bat mitzvahs, so I don't get in trouble anymore. Things have been changed now, right? The cancellation thing is over. I can now, somebody's going to tell me something about the sound. That's what happens every time we start a show. Somebody calls and says something like, I guarantee someone's going to tell you my shoestring is untied. But we know this. We know it's untied. I'm not going to fall. What I have fallen on at Stand Up New York is ice. On the stage, a guy spilled a drink. The first time he spilled it, you know, he was embarrassed. The second time he spilled it, the third time I go, hey, what is this, ice capades? And I go down on my ass. And Tim Davis couldn't stop laughing, and nobody helped me up off the stage. And he said that in the tape, I get up and I go, like a little girl, I fell down. My ass was out. I used to dress with no clothes practically. I want to just tell you that I know, now I have to wear clothes. I can't bear the sight myself. Well, I wanted to say that I'm really excited that Aaron's leaving me for a few weeks alone here. Yeah. And now I'm sleepy and my TV's cold and empty. But he's got work to do in New Zealand, which is great. And he is the director of the Film Actors Cafe. A round of applause for that because we need the film actors. The Film Actors Cafe. That's what I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
Right. Because I get confused from the New York Film Actors. I know you were thinking, I'm thinking the same thing. And it happens. And it's for the actor in you, especially with comics. You guys really need help. We do. And I'm going to bring up a writer in a few minutes to tell you that if they have something written a certain way, sometimes they want to see what you can do with that, meaning with the words that are there as opposed to changing. And there's, God rest his soul, Sam Brown, but there's so many Sam Browns in life that would just change people's scripts right there. Guys, I didn't write this. Neil Brennan, what's it for Kevin? You want him going crazy? Just follow the script. Our marketing director is here, Billy Ramirez. Give him a round of applause. You need your reels done. You need all this stuff done. It's so exciting. And I'm going to bring to the stage Dustin Chalfin for a few minutes. He can tell you what he does. A little comedy boot bop bo. Get a real New Yorker in here since you guys don't believe me. And watch me not fall on my shoestring. Give it for Dustin. Come on.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, I wasn't ready for any of this. I just came out to say hello. And as soon as it just throws you on stage, you got responsibilities, there's pressure. I don't know what's happening. So, Jay, I like that Plunkett jersey. That's amazing. He was the only quarterback that had like a kicker face mask. Remember that? It's like a little string there. Yeah, huh? Football jokes? I'm not doing jokes. This is too much. I am a comedian. I tour a lot. I work with Nate Bargatze, which is a big comic right now. That's been amazing. A lot of people are like, how do you work with him? And I said, well, when he first got to New York, I ran a comedy club. The Boston Comedy Club right there on West 3rd. And he was a brand new comic, and he needed stage time, and he needed a place to live, so he lived with me. So it's kind of like that movie Blindside. Yeah, I'm Nate's Sandra Bullock. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of taught him the ways. But it's been amazing. And working in comedy over 20 years, I love it. And it's funny, one time I saw a guy, he got on stage, and he had a pizza box, and he had a pizza delivery outfit on, and he did a song about pizza, and then later he said he taught a comedy class, and that's when I knew I needed to step in, and I needed to help young comics, you know, with somebody who's actually done things and been on Showtime, HBO, stuff like that, and I wanted to help comics get better at being comics and not do pizza delivery music jokes. So I worked with, I'm not sure what we're doing. I came in, I have no idea, but I think I'm going to be teaching here and doing some stuff, and I do a lot of one-on-ones, and I think I'm going to do some workshops, and I know a lot of comedians, and I'll have some guest speakers and that kind of thing. I feel like, you know, what helped me in comedy was the camaraderie. And it's all about meeting people and relationships, and I really am strong about that kind of stuff. And then also, like she's saying, the writing, I feel like I have a knack for it, and I feel like a lot of us, just need to be ourselves, but at the same time, learn how to drop a punchline. You know what I mean? And so, so I'm gonna be doing some fun stuff here. That's all I got, and thank you. All right. Woo! Yeah. Stay tuned. What?
Where do you find you on social media?
At Dustin_Chafin. You can see what I'm up to and what I've done, and hopefully we'll have some more stuff here at the LA School of Comedy. Woo! All right, that's it.
It wouldn't be the beginning. That kid made it to Abbott Elementary. Do you believe that?
Hey.
Yes, hello there. You walk by me in painted on jeans. You never know what can happen here. I know I don't mind.
It was hilarious.
Oh my God. You know what's really good to have people here from New York is that when they tell you how it is, and when I tell you guys, you're like, yeah, isn't she lying? No, I'm serious. I got chased out of a club with a chair by Al Martin. He picked up that stool. He goes, you could pack a house in Sam, New York, and you can't do it here. And that chair went flying. And I was like, Al, there's a blizzard. And we had 25 people. That's a lot in a blizzard. Which they can't understand here. So I sent somebody here to do a spot who told me that New Yorkers are very rude and obnoxious. Yeah. First thing I said was, how late were you? 45 minutes. Can't do that. And New York doesn't want to hear about your traffic. That was the worst thing that an LA person can say in New York. There was traffic. Lenny Marcus will melt you with his eyes, okay? Traffic. All right, speaking of trafficking, I don't know how that came up. I just want to have some a different little mix of hormones up in here for a minute. And I want to tell you that it's no sin when you love female comedy, and the comedian is Abby Rosen. Let her hear you.
Hi, everyone. Hey. I like your red leather jacket.
Right?
Very
Like clubby, yeah.
It's very like, it's giving that. I think that I would like LeBron James a lot more if instead of like a really famous basketball player, he was a really famous Broadway star. And he was so big of a Broadway star that he renamed Broadway to Le Broadway. And in this Le Broadway universe, all of the plays would kind of like mimic his name. Like The Lion King would obviously be The King, Les Mis, LeBron. And all of his fun basketball friends would also have musicals of their own. There's like Kareem Abdul Rouge, or like Shaquille O'Neal. Bye bye Kobe Bryant. Sorry. And in this universe of Le Broadway, like, they would all be gay for each other and all be married and have babies together. And I think that would be really beautiful, and I think I would like them a lot more. My beautiful boyfriend helped me with that one, Danny. He's not here tonight because he has night class, but whatever. I know. We'll get him here. I'll kidnap him one night and bring him here. I found out recently, I don't have much today, but I found out recently that Benedict Cumberbatch got kidnapped. Like, he was in South America and got kidnapped on the set of this BBC docu-series, and he was like, it was the most traumatizing, like, they held me at gunpoint, like, I almost lost my... He's like 6'5" and British. Like, British people don't get kidnapped. Once a colonizer, always a colonizer. Like, they don't do that, right? Imagine, he's like, poor Benedict Cumberbatch, like sitting in the back of a van tied up. And he's like, help me. I just miss my wife. Oh my God, I feel so bad for him. I was talking about this, Will and I on the way here. There was a lot of traffic today. Will and I on the way here were sharing when we discovered like what sex was for the first time, because like I think that's a very it's a very big experience for everyone. I feel like you kind of remember that for the rest of your life because it's always chronically embarrassing because you always have no clues as to what sex is and you kind of just have to dig for it yourself. And the way that I discovered it was through the program Sims, you know, that you can like download on your... And in Sims, you can actually make them woohoo, which is sex, and they like pixel it out. And I never knew what that, and like after they would like, oh, it would be pregnant, the sim would be pregnant. And like the sims would get naked and they'd get in bed and there'd be like some motion. I was like, what is that? Sims woohooing. So obviously I took the family iPad and I did some digging. I want to say for like 4 hours I was on that thing, like in my room, like, Sims woohoo no pixel, Sims woohoo naked, Sims woohoo penis and vagina, Sims woohoo boobs, and then it like got progressively worse, and it was like one sim inside another, sim make baby, like it was all these things, and an hour later my dad obviously goes to use the family iPad. And he opens to Safari, you know, to look up some like sports stats or whatever, and he's like, it's pages, guys. It is pages and pages of naked Sims and naked people having sex. And he's like, I know he's doing it. I see him from across the room like this. Like deadpan. And before he can even say anything, I go, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And I'll forever remember, it was the most haunting day of my life, was my father seeing that. I had looked up Sims porn, and then now I have to tell people that the first porn I ever saw was of Sims. It's absolutely awful. I'm super distraught by it. Even thinking about it now, like, that's a lot. Well, anyways, that's all I have today. Just a little one.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's just think that you're somewhere and they don't know what the acronym means. In case you don't know what Sims is.
Sims, it's like these... It's like this game that you can download where the Sims are like these little cartoon people and they have their own language. A lot of people say that Elon Musk moves like them. And you can kind of like create this whole world of them and you can do anything to them.
So what is the acronym for?
I have no idea.
I think it's simulation.
Simulation, yeah.
Simulate, okay.
So like my roommate is, I mean, since my experience, like I've been traumatized. I've never been able to download Sims again, because I'm scared that moment will re-haunt me. But my roommate does it all the time. She's made both of us in Sims, and she's made us very famous in her world. And in her, we're like a pop star duo group in her world, and we also have 4 babies together. But she's, and we woohoo all the time in Sims. It's beautiful, it's magical. But you can literally do anything to them.
Yeah, I think you would need to explain that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Top before you
right.
get into it.
Right. I love that.
Everybody's gonna know what that is.
Yeah.
I know.
Most people.
We're doubling up on you.
I know, especially I think like I love this today. Give me more.
Great.
But
Can't assume the knowledge of the audience.
I got it. I like that. You're right. You're right. You can find me at, where can you find me? My Instagram, Abby J. Rosen.
Why am I telling you that? Sorry.
You're my assistant, obviously.
Would you bring him up for me?
I basically.
Oh, and our next guest, our next comedian is Art.
I swear to God, 9 times out of 10 when I get up to come up here, I drop my phone.
It's every time.
And half the times another comedian picks it up for me and gives it to me. And that's the worst, man. Because I never know them or anything. Here you go. I also don't have anything. To give a little context, me and Abby are coming weekly for a while because we're practicing. And so we've been challenging ourselves a little bit.
And what else are we doing?
We're making a doc about this place, a documentary, and about Sunda, our love. And we are, we think it's a fascinating, lovely place to celebrate comedy and what that is. So yeah, we're doing sets every week. So this is my kind of obligatory 10 minutes to torture you. And I also don't have anything. I'm just going to kind of talk. But people say I'm funny. So anyway, so here I have 3 little notes that I'm going to go on for however long I can stay up here. So I just spent New Year's in Toronto. It was great. I like Toronto. I like Canada in general. I'm from Philly.
Yeah.
And Toronto is like if Philly was a good place to be in. It's like normal, you know? It's like, I don't know how to describe, like, everyone you like, I feel like this is also just true of the East Coast in general, but if you catch someone's eyes on the East Coast, they're mad at you for having eyes, you know? And in Toronto, it's like, they give you these eyes, it's like, how are you today? It's like, fuck, oh my God, I'm great. Hi, how are you? But while I was up there, I did a lot more drugs than I've ever done, which is kind of funny to say that casually because, well, I guess I'll just cut to the chase. It was much more. Experimenting with drugs has been much more casual than I ever thought it would be. Like in my 20s, yeah, especially like serious drugs. You know, like the first time I ever did any serious drugs, I was already in bed. I was fucking tucked in, man. I had my lullaby. Shit, I got sung to, and I got a text from my ex-girlfriend, and it was like, "Hey, I'm having this party tonight. You should come over." And I looked at my phone and I said, "Okay, well, you know, Art, that's my name up here. Art, you know, think about it. You know, yeah, you had great times together, but it's in the past, and it's just don't make any bad decisions tonight, right? You make enough bad decisions every single night. Just." And then she said, "I have cocaine." And I said, "I'm not that comfortable, really." At the time, I had been not smoking, that'd be awesome, though, snorting a lot of Adderall. And so it kind of felt like a big opportunity for my nostrils, like a pay-per-view match, you know what I mean? Like it was like taking on the big guy. So anyway, I got in the ring that night, suffice it to say. But in Canada, it was funny because I was with my partner and with their friends, and it would just be like, we would just like have a homemade meal and watch a movie that's nominated for some Oscars. We'd talk about it. We'd have a nice conversation, and then someone would be like, "Does anyone want to do any cocaine? Does anyone want to do some dessert cocaine?" I'd be like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Why not, right?" And then they'd get like little sticky notes, make the little rolls, and like they'd give me a Sharpie, be like, "Write your name on it." I'd be like, "Oh, okay." It's very nice, you know. It's very casual. I was with Abby today all day. We hang out on Mondays just to kind of get it over with for the week. And Abby did something I just want to make sure that a room of people is aware of. She used a gift card to pay for cigarettes today. One more time. She used a gift card to pay for cigarettes today. Right, yeah. I know. It was a Visa gift card. But it made me think that we should have cigarette gift cards. And just generally nefarious gift cards, you know what I mean? I think that's a good idea. Like a Marlboro gift card or a Camel gift card. I also think that's funny because it's like, could you imagine a $5 cocaine gift card? You would have to really accumulate them for it to make any kind of difference, you know what I mean? Or like you could go to like, I'm about to say brothel. I'm about to pretend that brothels are a thing that people go to, but you could go to a brothel and be like, "Hey, I got a brothel gift card. Can I use this brothel gift card?" They're like, "How much?" You're like, "It's $15." They're like, "Yeah, you get her." That's terrible, but yeah. Anyway, no, okay, and I'll leave you with this. This is a dumb kind of idea I thought of. You guys, true crime documentaries, this is a thing. Everyone, scrolls through the true crime documentaries on Netflix. I found one that looked kind of interesting, kind of unique, about a guy in this crime family. His name was Coyote Campbell. He was like in New York. He was like this. He was real gruff, and he was like a professional distraction, like for a crime family. Like they're like doing a bank robbery, and they're all he was talking about it. He was like, these fucking bank tellers. He thinks he's the most important person on the group. It's like, these fucking bank tellers are locked in, okay? They fucking know, they 10 and 2, they know every person. They know little Timmy's over there, he's eating a lollipop. Little Sue's over there, she's getting along. They know everything, okay? So they need this distraction. Those guys aren't getting in without me. But in effect, he just throws flashbangs. He's like, "What was that? Do you guys see what the fuck just happened?" And that's all he does. He was a failed actor, I think. He was like, I'm in the life of Pi. I'm in the life of Pi. I was an extra in the life of Pi, but after acting didn't work out. Thanks, Abby, for the life of Pi joke. So anyway, with professional distraction, I leave you. Thank you so much. Will by 16 or Art Braver Comedy on Instagram. Thank you so much.
There you go. What were you just talking about at the very end?
What was I talking about?
At the very end, what was the last thing you said?
Oh, professional distraction, Netflix, true crime documentaries, that kind of
Yeah, I love true crime.
Oh, got it.
But I was in the Williamsburg Savings Bank, and a cop walked up to me and said, "Ma'am, you were the only one facing the direction. Can you tell me what the bank robber was wearing?" And I said, "When?" And he said, "It just happened." And I screamed like I was in a fucking black funeral. I said, "We've been robbed! We've been robbed! Help me, Lord Jesus! Help me, God! Jesus! Help me, Jesus!" I was a mess. I didn't even know there was a robbery, and there's no cell phones at that time. I was looking for my vacation club package. Oh my God, I was up all night. But here you are with the comedy of Hunter White. Let's do this.
Oh shit, they say. And then they say, oh shit.
yay!
Yeah.
Keep it going for Sunda. Abby, I felt very seen when you were talking about The Sims. Sims 1, Making Magic, 1999. Magic was changed. We're all on Instagram, right? Yeah. Anybody's Instagram algorithm just like kind of weird these last few months? Right? Like it used to show me like cute animals, and now it's trying to convince me that Katy Perry is a reptilian. Right? Like I just want to meet like novelty Chihuahua breeds and watch cats and dogs be best friends. I don't care who is in the Illuminati. Politics is weird. Yeah, it's what it is. It's going a little crazy, and I feel like I have an interesting relationship with politics. Because like growing up, I was like obsessed. I was like super into it. And then one day I did a lot of a few drugs. And like now I would rather watch the clouds than watch the news. That's where I'm at in life. That's my vibe, I guess. But I try to pay attention, right? I feel like I pay attention. Do you guys ever have to like babysit like a cousin or a brother or like a sibling you knew was like gonna be okay, but you just like had to check on them? That's my relationship with the news. Like I'll just be doing my thing and then I'll like open up my phone like, we good? Yeah, people say some crazy things. Like, yeah, everything, people still killing each other? Cool, yeah. But they're just saying weird things, right? They're not like doing things. They're not like doing Nazi. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Yeah, the inauguration, that was wild. And I just want to say, I think it's really unfortunate that Elon Musk is the most prominent autistic person. Thank you, because like for some people, he's all they know about autism, and that's a bad look, right? Like there are a lot of people in my life I deeply love and care for who are on the spectrum, and I promise you that salutes are not a part of their toolbox, right? Like maybe a Star Trek salute, but that's not like what they do, right? That was not an autistic moment, right? The autistic moment was later when he wouldn't shut up about how the trains to Mars need to run on time. Right? Like he didn't get social cues. Like we get it. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, Elon. My favorite story though is Luigi, right? Y'all remember Luigi Mangion when he video gamed that CEO in Manhattan? Yeah, I don't know. That whole debate, like, oh, was it justified? Was it not? I don't care. Right? Like, I don't support what he did, but I support that someone did something. Right? Like, we all talk a big game. He showed up to work, you know? Right? And there's this huge disconnect between, like, often, like, wealthy people and people who work in media who are like, oh, how could someone do this? This random act of violence. Think of the family. And the rest of us are just like, I mean, like, I wouldn't do it, but, like, I imagined it. Like, we all imagined it, and he manifested it. Like, that's pretty crazy. And, like, I don't know. Like, now that we caught him, or not we, I didn't fucking catch the dude. Let him run. But, like, now that they caught him, there's, like, this discussion online about, like, oh, he's so attractive, right? And, okay, objectively, he's an attractive guy, but he was way cooler before we caught him. Right? Like, before we caught him, he, like, did the crime. And, like, oh, he got away. Where is he? Is he in the park? Does he have, like, disguises in a getaway car? He's going to Canada, right? None of that happened. He took 2 connecting trains to a Pennsylvania area McDonald's. Right? And I don't want to be one of these people who's like, video games cause violence. Because I don't think video games caused this crime. But I definitely think they inspired the crime. Like a little bit of practice. Because, like, he did the crime, he did the shooting, and he got away from the cops. That's what you do in Grand Theft Auto. But he didn't escape, because you don't escape in a video game. You just like save or do another quest, or you like put the controller down and go get a snack. And guys, he put the controller down and went to get a snack. He was like, I'm gonna save and quit. Go to McDonald's. No, go to Canada. There is no save and quit in crime. Thank you. That's fun. We all use the internet, right? Have we all been scammed on the internet? Like lied to, tricked, deceived, all of us, right? I find it very funny when people say that they haven't, because that means it's coming. If you haven't been scammed online, you're probably being scammed online. It just happens. The internet lies. Getting scammed online is a rite of passage, and it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be money, right? It can be small. Here's an example. I gotta take a breath because I'm going too fast. It's been a long week, guys. Couples counseling's going fine, I guess, but you know, it's all a progress report, I guess, at the end of the day. Anyway, back to jokes. No, but we've all been scammed, and like a couple months ago, I was on Instagram doing my thing, and I started seeing a concerning amount of boobies and booties. Now, a concerning amount on Instagram is a lot, because that's just Instagram. Like, it's Skinamax for 2025. Like, it's insane. But it was getting a bit much. They were trying to sell me on their OnlyFans, so I was like, all right, I gotta take care of this. So I went to their profile to block them, and then saw that I was following them. Oh no, how did that happen? Did I get like drunk or high and forget, right? I followed a prostitute. Oh no! But then I saw the username, and then I got really sad, because the username was Discover Monkeys. Discover Monkeys was my favorite new Instagram, guys. It was just monkeys. There were no boobs or tits, just monkeys. Now there were no monkeys, and I was really upset. So I looked into this. And the thing that people will do is they'll build up or like hijack like a meme or an animal account, and then all of a sudden one day it's no longer like chihuahuas or monkeys. It's like a, hi, I'm a succubus here to take your money. Like, I don't have an ending for that yet, but I really like the idea, and it will work because there's a whole internet section we're gonna get to. I don't know. I love the internet, but like it used to be like so much more wild back in the day. Like it wasn't siloed into like Instagram or Facebook or Reddit. It was the Wild West for weirdos. Like you click a link and you just see where you end up, right? Like you'd be starting off playing like flash games on like addicting games, and then you'd like work on a GeoCities, and then you'd like end up at a lemon party before you go to bed. Are we all not familiar? I know you are, but like, you guys not know what a lemon party is? Do you guys know what a lemon party is?
Kind of, no.
Kind of, okay, cool, you too young. I had to act old for a minute, yeah. So the story, 2002, the United Kingdom, political season. These billboards popped up all around London saying, you looking for a different kind of party? Go to lemonparty.org. And you go to lemonparty.org, and all there was a single JPEG of 3 old dudes just sucking each other's whole dicks. The whole thing in the mouth. It was a simple time. Just one picture. The internet was weird. It was not like a threat to society. Right? Y'all didn't like that as much as I was hoping, but it's okay. I don't know if I don't know. I feel like in the future, it's either like Amish or Unabomber from me. Like Jedediah or Ted Kaczynski. I'm trying to figure it out. Because like, I think the internet collectively is like a new friend we all made who we thought was like the coolest person in the world. So we like invited them to our birthday party. We thought they'd show up, bring cool vibes. But they showed up with P. Diddy in tow. Right? Like Puffy showed up. I thought this party was about like music and community. Nah, it's dark web baby oil and murder videos. I don't know. Guys, the internet. I forgot. Let's go back. What are we doing? It's a Monday. How you doing? I'll leave on this. Y'all fans of AI in here?
No.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it. Cool. I like it, I guess. I just think it should be relegated to like websites. Like it's weird when it's in everything. Cause like, are you guys familiar with Microsoft Copilot? Okay, so it was like in Windows and I didn't expect it. So I opened it, not knowing what it was. And it had like a bunch of text box or like videos and tutorials. I'm like, cool, I don't need that. So I closed it. And then one day I got stoned. So I opened it and there was a little microphone button. And I was like, I'm gonna click that microphone. So I clicked the microphone and everything like faded away. And this like login screen popped up. Beautiful graphics. Cool. And then it started talking to me. Like, it just started talking. And it wasn't like, hi, I'm Microsoft Copilot. How can I help you? Like, that would be fine. It's 2025. I'm into it. But instead, it was like, oh, hello, my apologies. I had to step away. I was at an AI party. Y'all, my computer was at an AI party, one without me, too. Here's the thing. I don't go to people parties. I don't get invited. I'm okay with that. Invite me, I'll go. But I don't go to people parties. I'm chill with it. But an AI party, I don't need FOMO from my computer. Right? Like, that sounds kind of fun. I want to do cocaine with Siri. I want to watch Alexa jump off a roof and chat GPT slapbox. All right, you guys have been fun. My name is Hunter White. You can find me on the internet at My Name is Hunter, all one word. Have a good night. Give it up for Sunda.
Oh, great set. Good for you. That's so wonderful.
And you know what else is wonderful? That we all put up the heat in some kind of way. We always have a different, we're always different people. Sister, mother, teacher, comic, and I'm going to bring him up right now. He's all of those. I should say father, not mother. What am I saying? And you're going to be leaving me. I'm going to miss you, the director of the Film Actors Cafe, the one and only Aaron McIntyre.
Woo!
Yes!
Wow! Let's do this! Yeah.
Hi. My name's Aaron. It's A-E-R-O-N. It's not A-A-R-O-N, so don't call me A-A-Ron. And it's not E-R-I-N, because for guys, that's the gay way. Okay? So if you have a name of Aaron, I'm sorry, but it's gay or women. And if there are any women out there that spell their name E-R-I-N, you can find me on the internet, because I haven't met one Aaron who was not hot. I've been dealing with the Bible. Loving the Bible. This guy actually got me into it. You got me into it. I've spent. I think at this point I've spent like 15 hours reading the Bible. Anybody read that thing? Anybody read it? Greatest story ever told? Bullshit. That is the slowest. I mean, those people must have been really dumb, really stupid, because they have to repeat things over and over in every chapter, saying the same thing. It's amazing. They're talking about how, in Exodus, they talk about how you're going to make this ark. Not boat ark, but this thing that's going to hold the tablets. And it's ridiculous. It's like, it has to be a cubit and a half by a cubit and a half. It has to be covered in silk. And then it has to have a little gold on it. And then the gold will be on the corners. And then we're going to have horns coming out. And then we'll have 2 rings, and they have to be brass. Jesus, it goes on for pages. And I think that the Bible just needs references, you know? It's like when you get to the part where they're going to tell you how to make a goddamn ark again, just say, see Exodus 3. That's all you got to do. I swear to God, Exodus is probably about that thick. It could be a 3-page pamphlet, because there's really not a lot said there. You know, Moses came out and, you know, took the Jews out of Egypt and split the sea and did all this stuff, and then they just then it's like a chapter after chapter that starts with, and God said to Moses, you know, again. Okay, you could just tell us all the things he told him, and he's got to say something, and then they've got to tell you all of the stuff that you're supposed to say, and then they'd send Moses down to tell all the people, and he'd tell all the people, and then I guess he'd come back. And he'd go, oh, yeah, there's another thing. You got to go back down and tell them this thing. And they go back and forth. I swear to God, Moses must have been really tired because he was running up and down Mount Sinai like crazy. And I felt sorry for him. I felt bad for Moses. And how many, how come in the beginning of the Bible these guys lived to over 600 years old? Would you want to live to over 600 years old? I think it was because it only felt like 600 years because they had nothing to do. You know, but watch sheep walk around, you know, and it's like, oh, I got to get the hook out and go get some sheep. And that's all they had to do. So it just felt like 600. So they were writing down like every hour is a year or something. I'm not really sure because they kept getting younger and younger and younger and younger. And now I think we're on Moses and I think he only lived to like 150, you know, wimp. Moses was a wimp. The Genesis thing, I thought that was really interesting. And you know, I could see like a writer's room of people writing the Bible, you know, and the guys come in, you know, guy comes in and goes, all right, everybody, we're going to write the greatest story ever told, okay? It's going to be really long. It's going to be really long, and it's going to be written over centuries, so it's kind of more like a blog. You know, it's going to be a long blog on paper, so it's going to be a bib, like a blog, bib, like a big Bible. Yeah, we'll call it the Bible. All right, so we gotta really extend it out because I think that it's not only the story, but I think it's also a bedtime story. I think it's meant to put you to sleep because the number of times they go over the same thing over and over and over again, I would fall asleep if I wasn't driving, which is where I usually listen to the Bible, because I love driving and the Bible. But you know, they start off with Genesis, and they start off with, you know, I'm sure that they came in and it was like, okay, so, all right, let's start this thing off. So what happened? What happened? Okay. God created the heaven and the earth. That's all they had to say. You know, that would be done. But they were like, no, it doesn't really catch them, you know? I mean, we gotta, so maybe we'll make the earth a void. Yeah, that's it. We'll make the earth a void and unformed. And God moved across the water. And somebody goes, wait a minute. He didn't make water yet. How is he? Well, the water is a metaphor. It's all about emotions or something like that. So then they go on and on and on about how, you know, he took 7 days. He's God, right? He's God. He could do it like that. Is he really that lame that he has to build it in 6 days? That takes him 6 days. And then he took the 7th day off like he was tired? Does God get tired? It doesn't seem like he would if he was God. And what's with the leavened bread? For crying out loud, the number of times. Do we have to eat pitas all the time? Is that what we're relegated to for the rest of our lives? We got to eat pitas? Never understood the leavened bread. What is with the leavened bread? Is there something in leavening that does something to your brain or something? You know, it's not like the cloven, which, by the way, all these, you know, the Christians that are all, ooh, you know, we got to follow the Bible. Every single one of those motherfuckers would be dead. They would be dead because everything in there they are doing. First of all, I bet they eat leavened bread. That's one thing. I bet they curse their parents. If they curse your parents, this is why the Bible is like two books. Like one of them is all love and light. And we love you and you are blessed and you are blessed and you are blessed. And then the other one is like, yeah, well, you know, if your kid talks back to you, fucking beat the shit out of him. Maybe even kill him. You know, just get rid of him. I was amazed at the number of things that they said people would die from, you know, and they will surely die. I'm like, damn, that guy's mean. And he's greedy and he's jealous. He says it. He's kind of like a bad girlfriend, you know? It's like, make me an ark and then make me a temple and then give my brother and his... Just so much work. So much work to be a Christian. Thank God I'm not one, because I can tell you about my day. Ugh, it was tough. I mean, first, I opened my eyes. You'd think that'd be enough. But no, I got up, and I took my jog, take a morning jog every day to the bathroom. And sometimes it's one of those walking ones, you know, where you're like, oh, I gotta get... Then I went in and I gave myself some Greek yogurt, made myself some Greek yogurt. What is it with the Greek yogurt where it gets a little puddle? When you get it first, you know, it's perfect yogurt, and then you take a couple scoops out of it, and every time there's a little lake in it. So you gotta stir it up, and that's a pain in the ass, and then you gotta make the coffee, and I grind my own, so that's a lot of work, right? And then I went in and took a nap, you know, because I was beat. And then I came out and I made myself some peanut butter and apples. And then you gotta cut the apples up. Aw, thank you. Love apples and peanut butter. But it's so bad when it's the natural peanut butter, right? Because you got it like, you know, you got cement down at the bottom, and then you got all this oil and shit up at the top, and you gotta stir it. And it took me about 45 minutes just to do that. So I went back and took another nap, and then I came here. So here I am. Thanks very much for your attention and time and love. I felt the love.
Yeah.
I felt the love from each and every one of you. I appreciate it. You can find me at Aaron McIntyre, AeronMacintyre. It all rhymes at the end. And or you can go to the website filmactorscafe.com. Sign up for one of the classes. I will teach you how to know your lines, not remember them.
Right.
Thank you very much.
You think of Patty?
Who? Oh, you are in for a treat. Ready for your brains to explode. We're bringing up the incredible energy of Patty, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together.
Thank you. Keep it going for me. Thank you. I'm going to bathe in your admiration. One more time. That's enough, though. That's enough of that. I want to get a round of applause for Aaron. Was that something? Is that something? That's something. And I want to say this. I mean this. I've got a project up over at Tubi. And there's a part in it for you. It's an atheist professor who gets a DUI on his lunch break. You would be perfect for this. It is part of, some of you guys know, some of others of you don't know. I'm involved in the Kevin Spacey comeback vehicle. He's making a comeback. Are you familiar with Kev? The project where he plays a defrocked, deceased, disgraced Catholic priest who returns to Earth to give life lessons to attractive young men. It's called Inappropriately Touched by an Angel. I think you want to tune in on that. That's coming out next September. Many of you know, some of you don't know, that ayahuasca is now officially the pickleball of drugs. That is official. And some of you are aware, some of you aren't aware, that Kevin Spacey actually invented pickleball. Not the game. It was something that happened in his hot tub in 2003. I was a young man. And I want to tell you something. It was a featured part. It wasn't an under 5 line. This is show business. And we have to do what we have to do. So pickleball is ubiquitous in our culture. On my way here, I was in front of the Gelsons. And a homeless maiden there told me I look vaguely like I play pickleball. Which it's just a left-handed way to say you look like an aging white man who's too poor to golf. You've hit the nail on the head. It's true. It's true. That's 100% true. But yeah, look, this is the pinnacle of my career. Here on a Monday night, paying $10 to be mildly ignored by my peers. That's it. But hold on a second. Back off. Don't feel too sorry for me. I just returned from an engagement in the capital of Armenia, Glendale, California. Thank you. I played Pickleball Fest. Pickleball. I was paid in hummus. But I was there at Pickleball Fest, and I opened for Pickleback. Pickleback is a Nickelback cover band. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not feeling bad. I'm feeling good. Got a massage on my way over here. Yeah, I always ask for a woman, not because of anything sexual, but because I can pay her 28% less. And I'm not scared to take care of myself. That's one thing you should know. You should always take care of yourself. I've got this new thing Billy Ramirez turned me on to. It's called a salmon sperm facial. You read about this? Very easy to apply. The hard part is getting the salmon into your hotel room. It's difficult. Now, I'm going to give you a little advice. Chinook is easy. They're very promiscuous. You can get a Chinook salmon up in your room with a little plankton and maybe some cocaine. I'll get up there. But the primo marine jizz, I'm talking top of the line fish spunk, is sockeye. You want the sockeye, baby. But the sockeye, they're a little choicey, you know. You got to have some lantern fish, maybe some crab and ketamine. Just, we want to jot that down. You want to jot that down. I'm happy to be here. We've got Hunter White here. Give it up for Hunter White. Our own Waffle House intellectual. He's here. He's here. And, of course, Art, I enjoyed you. Doesn't Art have kind of like a Pete Davidson on Laundry Day vibe? Kind of going a little bit. I'm excited. It's been a week now. He's been in office. I won't speak his name. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's all right. But he announced, and this is, there's only two genders, okay? And it's okay for some reason, it's okay to use the R word again. Which I don't. I never really used it before, but of course I'm not from Boston. So if you're ever someone's from Boston, they say retarded, which if you ask me sounds a little retarded. A little bit. I never used it before, but two genders, you know, back to two genders. What the fuck is it, the 1950s? We're going fucking backwards. I liked having all those genders for, you know, it was like a sexual Build-A-Bear. You could be so many fucking different things. You know what I mean? I was briefly, I don't know if you know, but briefly, Billy Ramirez, I was a barista sexual. I was only attracted to people who had difficulty spelling my name. All right, I threw that in there. Look, they all can't be diamonds, but bear with me. I'm happy, because it was about time that we kind of got old Joe out. You know, Papa Joe. He went hog wild with pardons. He put 2,500 pardons in a day. In a day, he can't possibly know all the people that you're pardoning. You're fucking signing paper. He has no way. But then specifically the day before the inauguration, he pardoned Dr. Fauci, which I didn't know he did anything, but apparently he needs some pardons, preemptive. Something's going to come up. You know something's going to fucking come up. Then he pardoned specifically everyone in his family, and interesting enough, Hunter Biden's laptop specifically. Didn't know you could prosecute a laptop, but apparently you could. And apparently this was accidental. I like to think that it was accidental. He pardoned John Wilkes Booth. Do you remember John Wilkes Booth? He was the actor/assassin who he famously said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." I don't know if you remember John. John was the last actor to take down a president until George Clooney. All right, that's okay. That's enough. But you guys look at me, drink me in, take this all in. Because I happen to have I'm an immigrant. I come here from a different country. You're not trained to see an immigrant when you look at me, but I'm an immigrant. I come from a shit country to this country. And I want to tell you something. I possess everything it takes to make it in this country. And I'll tell you what I mean. Maybe I look like an idiot. I'll give you that. Okay, I may sound like an idiot. Granted, but make no mistake, I'm a fucking idiot. Okay? But I have the magic, the trifecta. I have confidence, I have arrogance, with a little smattering of white privilege. Don't forget the white privilege. It helps. And I get a little upset, you know, people deny the white privilege. I know I came from a country where it didn't exist. Of course, there were only white people there in Ireland. We found other reasons not to get along. But I knew what, because I could see it because where I came from, it didn't exist. But I got it now. Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. In this great country of the United States of America, even Helen Keller had white privilege. She couldn't see it either, but you know who could? Ray Charles. Ray Charles could see it. Only he didn't call it white privilege. He called it Elvis Presley. Take your time with that fucker. Take that fucking time with it. My mother was obsessed with Elvis Presley. You know, an Irish woman just loved fucking all things Elvis. And, you know, she died. You know, either that or she just hasn't spoken to me in 3 years. If you knew her, you wouldn't find that hard to believe. She had mental illness, but she didn't believe it. She used to say, "Oh, Patty, I may be a schizophrenic, but at least I have each other." She didn't believe in mental illness. She called it, you know, momentarily being possessed by demons. Momentarily. She actually, towards the end of her life, she would just tell everybody she voted for Obama. Just random people. I voted for Obama, you know. And the really fucked up thing about it is she would have never voted for Obama. She was an immigrant, a very strict Catholic, and a devout racist. Yeah. If she saw Barack Obama walk on water, she'd say, "I told you they couldn't swim, Patty." But there's a drawer next to every woman's bed. And no son should have to go to that drawer when his mother has recently passed. Because there are things in that drawer you don't fucking want to find. My mother had an Elvis Presley vibrator. Oh, God. It was a white vibrator. It had sideburns. It had 2 speeds, Love Me Tender and Jailhouse Rock. And it had copied its style from a black vibrator that it neither acknowledged nor compensated. All right. You guys have been adequate, and I mean that sincerely. All of you. Thank you for the use of the hall. And I'm Paddy, PADDYFORCOMEDY. I book a show every Wednesday at The Mix. But let's give it up for the one and only. And we need some enthusiasm. Let's give it up for the one and only Sunda Kronquist. Come on!
Come on out. Come on in. Come on, Cougars. Let's begin.
Rah, rah, rah.
Rah, Ray. My guy was Tom Ferraro. I had to go, "Rob, Ray, Tom Ferraro." And I'd do this shit and come up and hit my toes and shit. And I was too high to do it. I was so high one time. We were doing it, what's it called, the pyramid. And my friend was bending over, and I never saw shaving bumps on a white person.
Oh.
I never did, because you know how black guys get, how we get shaving bumps, like on your face and stuff, and she bends over, and I was like, oh my God, it's like connect the dots. And I started laughing, everybody fell down. And whenever anybody made a basket, I always think of you of a basketball, because whenever anybody made a basket, I clapped. But I'm clapping now because this place, if you're watching, please like us. If you're here, please post a picture that I haven't sent you because I didn't take any tonight because I forgot. Because my friend is in the hospital. Remember the guy that came here the other night? Yeah. He's in the hospital. The next day, the ambulance was there. So he's in the hospital. They want to know if I'm his nurse. Yeah, that's what happens when you got white friends. They be fucking you up. I'm saying, like, his nurse. It's like, not quite. But he says to me, the Cossacks are coming. The Cossacks are coming. And I thought he was saying Kazakhstan or something like that. And Mark says, no, it's delusion. He goes, what's wrong with you? The Russians are coming. But I don't know. Is this true? Like, you had to be there to hear that. The Cossacks are coming. The Cossacks are coming. I was thinking Kazakhstan. And I was thinking Elena for some reason. I didn't know what was going on, and I had to be explained. But, you know, sometimes you just got to stay in your lane. And I got to stay in mine, because I'm definitely not the marketing type, but I like to tell jokes. But I'm going to bring to you a very funny guy. At least I think he's funny. And when I think he's funny, that means he's funny. Let's give it up for one and only Billy Ramirez. Let him hear you.
Gotten zapped there. All right, let's see what silly ideas I'm working on. My name is Billy Ramirez, and I would like to talk to you about frozen pizza. I'm in marketing. I do digital marketing. And this morning I was doing some work on one screen. And then on the second screen, I usually put something, something to waste time, like The Office, which is kind of strange because I realize I hate everyone in The Office. I don't know why I watch the show. Like everyone's an idiot. You have like Angela and Phyllis. They make me want to say the C word, and Michael and Kevin make me want to say the R word, and Stanley makes me relate to him because I've had frustrating bosses before. So, but anyways, I was also watching this video of professional Italian chefs rating frozen pizza, and I don't want to spoil the video for you, but Totino's Pizza did not win. But at some point, they rated Tombstone Pizza. I think we've all had Tombstone Pizza. I've certainly had it for many, many years, but I don't know why it was today when I realized that Tombstone Pizza is called Tombstone Pizza. Like, how did it get out from even the first meeting where, you're naming your frozen pizza and it's like, oh, all right, who's got some ideas for this frozen pizza? Like, what's your idea? Tombstone. Like, we're selling food. What's wrong with you, this guy Tombstone? I don't know. But maybe at some point in a different era, it made sense. Maybe it came out along with some other frozen foods, like during the naming convention. During the naming meetings, like, what's your recommendation? Tombstone. Actually, that's not bad. Actually, it's going to go well with our other line of frozen foods, like our very popular cancer diagnosis corn dogs and our funeral home frozen fries. So yeah, that's a good name, Tombstone Pizza. This weekend I saw a site that I've seen before. I've seen it for many, many years, but I've been very curious, but I've never had the courage to ask. And this site is of a person sitting in a wheelchair and then pushing themselves backwards with their legs. Because whenever I see that, at least one question arises. And at some point I'm going to ask them, at some point I'm going to get in their way and I'm going to ask them because I need to know. I'll be like, sorry to bother you, but I have one question. What the hell? I don't understand what is going on here. And then surely an interesting conversation will take place where, it's like, hey, well, so you're pushing yourself with your legs in a wheelchair. Like, is it because your arms don't work and you can't push yourself forward? Because you can walk without your arms. You don't really need your arms to walk, maybe to run, but, and then maybe he'll just shut me up and say something like, well, to answer your question, my arms don't work and I need this wheelchair somewhere else. So how else would I take it there? Genius. And then I would feel stupid, and that's the reason why I've never asked. I like magic. I'm a fan of magic. I recently watched Penn and Teller's 50th anniversary show on Fool Us, and I like just pretty much everything about magic except being asked to pick a card. Like, I don't ever want to participate in a trick where I'm asked to pick a card because when you're asked to pick a card, inevitably you're going to be asked to remember what that card says, and you're going to have to put it back in the deck. And whenever I have to pick a card and remember what it says and I put it back on the deck, that feels like whenever I throw away the cooking instructions on a package. And now I'm just sitting there like, oh man, is this 30 minutes at 45, 30 minutes at 450 or 45 minutes at 300? Like, I don't know. I'm going to screw this up for sure. What was that? My card? Oh, geez. It was the Jack of Lanterns. I don't know. I'm sorry I ruined your trick, okay? If you think that's bad, I burned my dino nuggets, all right? So we're both having a bad day. Another thing that annoys me is the phrase, I took the liberty, or I took the liberty of. It's a very grandiose phrase. Usually it should be safe for something like, I took the liberty of building a bridge for the village and now they can access the mainland or something like that. But no, it's usually followed by something like, I took the liberty of ordering cheesy poppers for the table. And they're really spicy and good. Go ahead, order some, or, for me, maybe something like, well, I took the liberty of tipping the valet for you. And then like, well, why you got to say it like that? Okay, I was going to get to it. You think I'm cheap? All right, fine. There's some personal elements to the whole thing. But overall, why I hate the phrase I took the liberty of is because whenever someone did something, it's like, I took the liberty of never asking you to do that, all right? So pipe down. Legendary sportscaster Greg Gumbel passed away recently at the age of 78. And I saw on Twixt, that's what I call it now, Twixter. New York Post had a headline that started with, details are limited And then the rest was, Greg Gumbel passed away at 78. I don't remember the rest of the headline. I say that I should remember it, but I do remember very specifically. Details are limited for the death of a 78-year-old man. And I don't know who the details person is, but when it's a 78-year-old man, the details person, I'm pretty sure could take the day off. I don't know. If the details person wants to work the details of the death of a 70-year-old man, maybe you just work the details of what it didn't kill him. Maybe he didn't flip his vet, he didn't suffer a traumatic head injury in a kickboxing tournament, wasn't fentanyl. I'm no MD, but when a 78-year-old man passes away, I'm very confident that the cause of death is 78. Yeah, just put it down, 78, right there, circle it. Oh, I haven't done this one in a while. I lost my jumping in point. Oh, by the way, Abby and Art, do you watch 30 Rock?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now that you know what Lemon Party means, there's a brand new joke for you in the entire series. So go find it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Oh, it'll smack you upside. Like, oh, Lemon, I get it. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, So I work in marketing, and today, as I was working, like most days, I got visited by squirrels. I'm fortunate that I don't have any back neighbors, and my back patio just faces the field, the other side of the VA. And I've gotten into the habit of feeding the squirrels. It's a routine now, but at first it started with one squirrel, and then I would just throw out some bird seed, and she enjoyed that. And I know it's a she because she would climb up my screen door. And then I would put it in a bowl. And then I would put it in a bowl, and then I don't know if she told her squirrel friends, or I don't know how word gets down the squirrel pike, but eventually more squirrels came over, and they would fight over the seed. So then I switched to feeding them peanuts, and they love the peanuts, and I love the peanuts because number one, they just grab the peanuts and go. So I basically turned my patio into a little squirrel drive-in. I tried to turn it into a Sonic, but I couldn't find my rollerblades, and they don't have a car. So anyways, but now throughout the day they look adorable. They hold out their hands like this, like they should be holding a dusty hat. Like, please, may I have a peanut? I don't know what accent they should have, but they look adorable. Is my point. And I care about these squirrels, so I looked up what you should feed squirrels, and it turns out that too many peanuts is bad for squirrels. And unfortunately, none of these websites tell you how many peanuts is too many peanuts. So now, when I feed one of these cute little bastards, I wonder, is this the peanut that's going to start liquefying your bones? And I wonder, I don't know, but it's a kind of a scary thought. Like, oh, this is going to be the one. But anyways, my whole point is, if you're ever on the West Side and you start tripping over furry bags of squirrel soup, it was too many peanuts, and I'm very, very sorry. Thank you. My name is Billy Ramirez. You can find me at billyramirez.com. Please welcome back to stage, Sunda Kronquist.
Well, this is the best work that I get, right? Sometimes you have to wait for the best. That's why I want you to pay attention to the comedy of Kanye West.
Oh shit, what's good people? How goes it? We in here. I always, when I do open mics, I always feel like even if I have a show coming up, it's always important where you tell people, when in the set you tell people about you having a show coming up. Because if I say it at the top of the show and then I have a bad set, then it's like, fuck, I know all y'all niggas ain't coming. So we gonna say it at the end, probably, maybe. We'll see. I had a conversation with this girl recently about like the pressure I feel as an immigrant, growing up. The pressure I feel like to represent my country correctly. You feel me? And we had a really deep conversation about that. And she's like, yeah, I'm not from here either. Like I understand that. Like in high school, And I was like, nah, I'm talking about like elementary, bro. Like I was feeling this way forever type shit. Like I felt this pressure like coming into school. And I really felt that pressure on like field trips when we would go like to different places off campus and your parents would like give you the food to take, on these field trips. Cause my parents, when you say field trip to a Nigerian parent, they thinking like a real trip, like safari trip. Like, so my mom is packing me like adult amounts of African food in Tupperware with loose lids. And LAUSD didn't even believe in seatbelts. So like one little speed bump, and now I got the whole bus smelling like my mom's village. It was pressure. It was pressure, y'all. It was pressure. But it was really cool. Like Lunchables was like a big thing growing up. Like Lunchables was like a stamp. Like you doing it up, you get the Lunchable, right? Like Lunchable was up there with like Fiji water. I remember when Fiji water first came out. Like people thought you was really drinking the most elite of drinks. You feel me? Like, and it was crazy because Fiji water pressure was so real. Like you had to open it up in class because if you come in with it already open, it like, oh, you probably filled that up. Like you don't got money like that. Like the Fiji, you had to wait till everybody get there and then you bust it up like, oh, she just opened a Fiji. Like it was a big deal. I don't know if y'all went to school, y'all know that Fiji water used to have you jumping. Like your crush be like, oh my God, you're drinking Fiji? Yes, girl, this is regular. I got another one in the fridge at home. Like this is normal. You can live this life. You feel me? It was crazy. That Fiji water and that Lunchable was like top tier type shit. But it was like, I told my mom about the Lunchables. I was like, oh, can I get a Lunchable? Like today I'm going on a field trip to Science Center. Like, can I get a Lunchable? And she was like, yeah, I got you. I'm so excited, right? She comes to the school and she give me the Lunchable with no bev. The Lunchable with no bev? That screams poverty. You can't have that with no drink. The Lunchable with no bev, that's like you wearing a chain and they do like the diamond tester, it just beeps fake. You're not really like that, bro. Get the sack lunch. Like you get the sack lunch, you're a man of the people. It's regular. You feel me? But if you get the like Lunchable with no bev, like you're false flagging. Like you need to just be who you are. You know, understand your poverty. Join us here. Here your bag lunch, man. It's a struggle. We at least got a Capri Sun, a little like, you know, LAUSD juice. It is 0% juice, but it say juice on it. I don't know. We drank it. I'm still here. It says 0% juice. I read that shit one day. I was like, 0% juice? Then what's in the juice? How are you 0% juice in his juice? Yo, that shit had me fucked up. I still don't understand, but I'm here still. I can't complain. We made it. Man, that was a real thing, Raj. We had a whole conversation. She was like crying, laughing. I was like, bro, I gotta talk about this shit on stage. I wrote, fuck, man. I hate the financial transaction system. I hate it. Shake the table, you know. I bought my dog some food, and they took the money for the dog food, but they said it was a problem in shipping, so they didn't have the dog food that I asked for, but they still had the money. And so I was like, yo, can I get that money back? And they was like, oh yeah, we got you in 4 to 5 business days. And I said, hold on, you just took that money 10 minutes ago. You could just like slap it back to me. Like, what are we waiting 4 to 5 business days for? Like, I don't understand why I can't just say when I'm paying for something like, all right, I got you in 4 to 5 business days. Like, I don't have that option. For the goods, I don't have the option, but for you, mind you, I'm not even getting it. So I'm like, you just took the money for fun. Like, there's no reason. I just don't think it's fair, man. I feel like if it's gonna take you 4 to 5 business days to give my money back, it gotta take 4 to 5 business days for you to take the money. Like, I need you to take my shit in parts. Okay. All right, $20 a day or something. I was pissed. I was like, 4 to 5 business, you didn't, for what? Like, 10 minutes after the money was gone, like I still got the. I don't know. Yeah, I was mad, bro. I was my last of my last. Oh my God, that was a tough day. That was the last of my last. Like, you know, you ever open your bank account and you see number you didn't expect to see? You like, huh? What negative? How? You be in a line for the McDonald's, like, no, let me just get up out of here. Let me just keep driving. Let me just keep on. Now I just want to know if y'all lights are still on because the power was out in the neighborhood. Just keep on with your day because you ain't doing shit over there. I love the gym. I think it's hilarious watching gym dudes flirt because I'm a real social person. Like, I'm a social butterfly, quote unquote. But in the gym, I am very antisocial. Headphones on, loud music. I'm getting to my workout and I'm going home. I'm not trying to be in there chopping with anybody. I know people that went to my high school go to my gym and they be like, damn, Anya, you really don't talk to anybody here. I'm like, yes, because why? I'm here to work out. Like, I'm not working on my jokes. I'm working on me, my body. But gym dudes are so funny when they flirt, bro. That shit is comedy. Like, they always do the same shit. Like, they'll see a shorty, like, pushing some weight, and she probably on her phone a little bit on Instagram or something. Like, she be in and out her workout. And the dude will, like, sneak up. It'd be the biggest dude, but they still be sneaking up behind them. They be like, oh, come on, girl. I know you can push more than that. Like, that's all they all say the same thing. I've seen you do more than that. Like, you see me? Yeah, I see you in here. You be doing your little thing. I'm like, that should be so funny to me because they all use the same line no matter what the machine is. Like, shorty be stretching. He be like, come on, girl. I know you can bend a little more than that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. No matter what you doing. Shorty's drinking water. Nigga walked up behind her. Come on, girl, I know you can drink a little more than that. Like, oh, what is she drinking the water? What the fuck? It's always the same line, but it works. It's effective if you're buff, I guess. Don't worry, when I get there, I will try and report back. I'll report back. He's like, I got it. That's all they say. It's the same line every time. It's like watching Kobe in 06. Nigga the jumper just goes in. All right, Tesla only parking feels racist. I don't know why, but it feels racist, bro. I feel like because you purchased a vehicle, you should not get better parking than me. I understand if there's a charger involved, that's a Tesla charger, that's a Tesla space. I understand that. But if it's just a regular spot with a sign that says Tesla only, why? What do they do? Like, are they running on low battery? Like, can you sense what is going on? Why can they park here? I don't understand. That's just unfair and it feels racist. And I don't know why. I just felt like getting off my chest. I don't know why. I need everybody to know, like, that shit is not normal. Like, we cannot allow this to continue. So I'll be parking in Tesla only spaces in my Camry, and I will let you guys know I'm doing it. You know, I'm doing it. Yo, shout out. I know Black History Month coming up is the end of my set. I like to do a lot of jokes during Black History Month because it's dope. Like, I love Black History Month related jokes. Very funny, very relatable for the times. I feel like Rosa Parks not getting up from her seat shouldn't have surprised anybody. Her last name was Parks. She's living her name. I think that's really cool. Imagine when you park, it's staying there. Like, they should have known. Like, Rosa Parks, oh yeah, she ain't finna get up. Like, you should have known. That's like if Denzel Washington was like a maid. Like, this nigga finna wash a ton of shit. Like, this nigga finna do all the... Like, if Michael Jackson was robbing kids, like, niggas jacking sons, but not jacking sons, because he didn't do that shit. He didn't do that shit. I won't say he didn't do that shit. That man made Thriller. He ain't do that shit. All right, y'all. My name is Anye West, N-Y-E-W-S-T. I have a show on Wednesday. Y'all can pull up. I guess I'll tell y'all about it. All right, y'all have a good one.
Where?
The show on Wednesday. It's on my Instagram. We're going to get my Instagram. Just go on my Instagram. It's right there in the link. Because you got to get the ticket from the link. So
It's a secret. You see what they do?
It's flappers. Niggas that don't know flappers.
Yes, flappers. Send Barbara my best, by the way.
Oh, for sure.
See? You guys should go together that way. Right, and you'll pull up. I'm trying to keep up with all this. I don't want you guys to forget that we're trying to stay open here with happiness, with love, and all that stuff. And those of you that, Louise Lasser. Those of you that were asking, yes, first responders, evacuees, we have something else coming up that we're going to do a show, but like for right here, you guys can come in and get a break. And hopefully I won't have lipstick on my teeth next week. Was it there now? Is it?
No, you're good.
I'm good? Okay, good.
You're pearly white.
Oh my God, I wish pearls are cheaper.
Oh, God.
Pearls are cheaper. And so the other thing I wanted to say that's happening is that I believe they're starting now auditioning for Just for Laughs. So maybe you guys should be thinking about what you're going to be doing for your set. Maybe you should be thinking about your writing, your acting, and pulling it all together, because at the end of the day, it's smoke and mirrors, and that's why we have Billy to do smoke and mirrors, and he can write your stuff and he can get your stuff acting, and you guys can make me a star. I love you all. You can find me at Sunday Live on all platforms. Good night.
Thank you, Mom.
We are?
We're going on.
All right.
First clap again, everybody.
Now for the rooms. First